Hey guys, high school bass fisherman Ethan Shaw here, doing a recap from our last event at Lake Maxinkuckee. It was a IBF high school event. It was a very trying day. We ended up 7th place with 5 fish for 1066, just over 10.5 pounds. A lot of ups and downs throughout the day. We found a lot of good fish in practice that we felt like could win the tournament for us, but the way it turned out, we lost several fish, and we had some missed opportunities, but we still came in with our 5 fish limit. We culled twice throughout the day, so I'm going to break it down through how it went. We started off in an area that we knew several boats would be in. There ended up being 5 or 6 boats there, and we were sight fishing for smallmouth. These fish were very finicky, the water was really clear, and it just didn't work out quite as we thought it would. We ended up missing a fish early. We ended up rallying back and catching 2 early in the morning before around 9:30. But those were the only 2 fish that we had all the way until 12:30. You know, we pulled into some areas and we had some bites. We caught some shorts and we missed some bedfish. We had about a 2-pound bedfish that we had on, lost, and then had on again and broke off. We lost about a 3-pounder. And so around 12:30, we were feeling pretty down. Things were definitely not going our way. But through it all, we knew that we had one goal in mind, 5 fish by 3 o'clock, and that's what we stuck to. You know, I'm working with a company called 5x3 Fishing, and that's what they stand for, is meeting that goal that us as anglers strive for every week, to be able to go out there and accomplish that with no excuses, no, oh, it's too cloudy, it's too windy, it's too clear water. We went out there and we met our goal no matter what. And that's what we did. We rallied back. We put ourselves in an area that we knew that there were fish. And we ended up going to that area, catching some nice smallmouth. I caught about a 2 3/4 pound smallmouth almost. And rallied back and gained some momentum. Went back and caught some bedded largemouth. And lost another one. But we had our 5 fish. We were able to go through and keep ourselves in the running for the points race. So some of the equipment that we were using, the first is a drop shot. You know, light line, 8-pound fluorocarbon for smallmouth, a G-Lock finesse hook there, Gamakatsu, and a 1/4 ounce tungsten drop shot weight, Eco Pro tungsten from Outdoorsman Direct, and a Denali 7-foot medium heavy shaky head rod. The reason I liked the shaky head rod was because it has a very light tip. It's got a good backbone for really fighting those smallmouth, but it's got a really light tip to it, so that way when you have that bait in the bed, you can sit there and you can just shake that bait ever so slightly, just to move that bait and to provoke those smallmouth. On the drop shot, we're throwing finesse worms. We got a lot of fish on the Trigger X Pro Worm, which is a great drop shot bait. It's got a very narrow profile. Another good finesse worm to throw on a drop shot is a 4.5 inch. This is a new bait that they came out with. Is a 4.5 inch Zana finesse worm. It's got a little dragon tail on the back there. It was just some small, low profile finesse worms to try and get some fish in the boat. When that wouldn't work, we were switching to a tube. This is a stupid style rigged riverette tackle tube in watermelon, purple flake. The reason I like the watermelon instead of like a dark green pumpkin is because the watercolor was very clear. We used 8-foot visibility in the water, and it matched the watercolor better, it matched the forage better, and it was more natural in that environment. These smallmouth can be very finicky, especially when it comes to color, so you always want to have a natural looking bait. 14-pound fluorocarbon, so that way the visibility was low on our line, and a 7.2 extra heavy Denali covert, a 6-3 bait cast reel. To make sure that we were able to get those fish in quick, get them in the boat, get them in the net, so that way they don't have the chance to go and jump around like smallmouth are known for doing. When it came to largemouth, the largemouth were bedding. It was 62-degree water temperature in certain areas, so a white tube, a riverette tackle tube, white with a 2-aught owner wide gap hook, 1/4 ounce Eco Pro worm weight, with 20-pound Seaguar fluorocarbon, 7-foot extra heavy Denali rosewood for getting a really good hook set, and a 6:4 to 1 gear ratio loose speed spool from Outdoorsman Direct. what's really key in that whole scenario is to be able to have that 7-foot extra heavy. The extra heavy is mainly to get that really good hook set, because when you get that hook set into that fish, you want to make sure that it's in and through the mouth. You want to make sure that that hook is there, so that way, because when you hook them, they're going to run and they're going to immediately try and get into whatever grass, dock, or flop around and twist as much as they can to get that bait out. They're very aggressive during the spawn with that high water temperature. So overall, it was a good event. We learned a lot. We had really good experiences, but most of all, we kept it fun, and we met our goal. 5 fish, 3 o'clock. Check them out, guys. Check out all these great companies. Xana Bait Company, Red Dirt Bait Company, Outdoorsman Direct, Boeing Lures, River Rat Tackle, and Denali Rods. Check them out. Give them some support, guys. These are homegrown, American-made companies right here in the USA. Give them a shout-out on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, MySpace, Your Space, Messenger Pigeons, the Pony Express, whatever. Give them some support. Give them some love, guys. I'm high school bass fisherman Ethan Shaw. Thanks for tuning in. See you next time. Keep on fishing, guys.